Later on this week, you're going to have one of the most talented young singer-songwriters I know come to help raise money. His name is Don McLean. And he's just written a brand new song that has got me bugged. I can't get it out of my head, even though I can't sing it right. It's a history of rock and roll in 6 verses. And it's got a beautiful chorus. And then there's 7 young people here. You faced me in the studio. You help me out on the chorus when I teach it to you. Now, believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever sung the song. Isn't it crazy? Get on the air and do it the first time you ever... Long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Now, even if I had my chance, and I could make those people dance, maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I heard about the widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. And I suppose I have the drummers and everybody else coming in here. Bye, bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now, let me see if I can remember the second verse. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above, if the Bible tells you so? Umpa-chinka, umpa-chinka. Oh, I don't have the drums. Do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? Can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I saw you dancing in the gym. I know that you're in love with him. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig them rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronco buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew that I was out of luck the day the music died. We started singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be not how it used to be, when the jester sang for the king and queen in a voice coat he'd borrowed from James Dean, and a voice he stole from you and me. And when he'd had enough of that, he pinched the queen and passed the hat, and while the king looked down, he walked off with his crown. And while Lennon read a book on Marx, a quartet practiced in the dark, you and I sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We started singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter-skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew away with a fallout shelter, 8 miles high and falling fast. It landed foul on the grass. The players tried for a forward pass, with the jester on the sidelines in a cast. The halftime air was sweet perfume, the sergeants peppered out a tune. We all got up to dance, but we never had the chance. The players tried to take the field, the marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed? I do, the day the music died. They were singing, bye, bye, Miss American Pie. I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I suppose you're following all the details. Next refers to Altamont. There we were all in one place, a generation lost in space with no time left to start again. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. And as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fist of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan spell. Now how the heck does it go from here? And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, Satan smiled with delight the day the music died. They were singing, "Bye, bye, Miss American Pie." I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys are drinking whiskey and rye. This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues. I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. Then I went down to the sacred store where I heard the music years before, but the man there said the music just wouldn't play. While in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. This is the greatest line of all. I wrote, Don is a genius, I swear. The three men I admired most, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast that day the music